How to read people's behavior. 9 psychology rules that work. The foundation. Learn to see before you judge. Most people think they understand others, but most people only see the surface. They hear words, they miss signals. They react fast, they think slow. This is why relationships break. This is why conflicts grow. This is why misunderstandings happen every day. Reading people is not a gift. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained. You do not need talent. You do not need high IQ. You do not need to manipulate anyone. You only need awareness. You only need patience. You only need practice. This guide is written for total beginners. Simple words, clear ideas, real examples. Short sentences, easy rhythm. If you read carefully, your mind will change. Your reactions will slow down. Your confidence will grow. Let us start with the foundation. Rule 1. Behavior is language. Words are only a small part. People believe words tell the truth. This is a mistake. Words can lie. Behavior rarely does. A person may say, "I'm fine," but their shoulders drop. Their voice is weak. Their eyes avoid contact. Their behavior speaks louder than words. Behavior is a language. It is always speaking. Posture speaks. Tone speaks. Timing speaks. Silence speaks. When someone answers very fast, it means something. When someone pauses, it means something. When someone avoids a topic, it means something. You must learn to listen without ears. You must learn to see without judgment. Do not argue with behavior. Observe it. When actions and words do not match, trust actions, always. This single rule will save you from many mistakes. Rule 2. People react from emotion, not logic. Most people think humans are logical. They are wrong. Humans are emotional first, logical second. Emotion decides direction. Logic explains it later. When someone is angry, logic is offline. When someone is afraid, logic is silent. When someone feels insecure, logic hides. This is why arguing rarely works. This is why facts often fail. If you want to read behavior, look at emotion, not at logic. Ask yourself, what is this person feeling right now? Fear? Pride? Shame? Excitement? Anger? Every emotion pushes behavior. A defensive person is usually afraid. An aggressive person often feels small inside. A silent person may feel unsafe. When you understand emotion, behavior becomes clear. Rule 3. Everyone protects their self-image. Every human has an inner picture of themselves. This picture is fragile. People protect it every day, in every conversation. They want to feel smart. They want to feel good. They want to feel respected. When this image is threatened, behavior changes fast. People interrupt. People justify. People attack. People withdraw. Not because you are wrong, but because their self-image feels attacked. If you want to read behavior, ask, what image are they protecting? The smart one, the strong one, the kind one, the successful one. Once you see this, reactions make sense. And here is the secret. If you protect their self-image, they relax. If you attack it, they resist. This rule alone can change how people respond to you. Rule 4. Reactions reveal hidden beliefs. People may hide thoughts, but reactions expose beliefs. Watch what makes someone emotional. That is where belief lives. If someone overreacts to criticism, they may believe, "I am not good enough." If someone hates being ignored, they may believe, I am invisible. If someone needs control, they may believe, without control, I am unsafe. Beliefs are invisible. Reactions make them visible. Do not judge reactions, study them. Every strong reaction is a window. Look through it. Rule 5. Behavior repeats, personality reveals itself over time. Anyone can fake behavior once. No one can fake patterns forever. Look for repetition. How do they react under stress? How do they act when tired? How do they treat people below them? Patterns never lie. If someone always blames others, that is a pattern. If someone avoids responsibility, that is a pattern. If someone stays calm in chaos, that is a pattern. Do not judge people by moments. Read them by habits. Time is the truth filter. Rule 6. Your emotions are a signal too. When you feel uneasy around someone, notice it. When you feel drained, notice it. When you feel tense, notice it. Your body reacts before your mind understands. This is not magic, this is perception. Humans evolved to sense danger and safety. Your nervous system reads signals fast. Do not ignore your feelings. Do not blindly trust them either. Use them as data, not as decisions. Ask, why do I feel this way around this person? Often the answer reveals hidden behavior. Rule 7. Silence is one of the loudest behaviors. Silence is not empty, it is full of meaning. Some people use silence to avoid. Some use it to control. Some use it because they feel overwhelmed. Watch when silence appears, after which question, in which moment. Silence always has a reason. Do not rush to fill it. Let it speak. Rule 8. People show who they are when they feel safe. Masks fall in safe spaces. When people feel accepted, behavior becomes natural. When people feel judged, behavior becomes defensive. If someone opens up slowly, they may need safety. If someone overshares fast, they may need validation. Safety reveals truth. Pressure hides it. If you want to read people clearly, create calm, not tension. Rule 9. You cannot read others if you cannot control yourself. This is the most important rule. When you react emotionally, you stop observing. When you judge, you stop learning. Calm is clarity. If you want to read behavior, slow down. Breathe. Pause. The observer always sees more than the reactor. Master this rule and the others become easier. Part 2. Reading people in real-life situations. Understanding theory is not enough. Real life is messy. People talk fast, emotions rise, situations change. This part will help you read behavior in action, in conversations, in conflict, in daily life. You will start seeing patterns everywhere. Once you see them, you cannot unsee them. Reading people in conversation. Most conversations are not about information, they are about emotion. People speak to feel heard, to feel important, to feel safe. When you understand this, behavior becomes clear. Watch how they start talking. The first seconds matter. Do they speak confidently or softly? Do they rush or pause? Fast speech often means nervous energy. Slow speech often means control or confidence. Neither is good or bad, it is just information. Observe without judging. Notice what they talk about most. People repeat what matters to them. Some talk about problems, some talk about ideas, some talk about people. Complaints show frustration. Dreams show desire. Gossip shows insecurity or boredom. Listen for repetition. That is where their focus lives.
Watch how they react when interrupted. Interruption reveals ego. Some people get angry, some get quiet, some smile but feel hurt. Strong reactions often mean, "I need control," or "I need respect." Small reactions often mean inner stability. Reading people under pressure. Pressure reveals truth. When stress appears, masks fall. Stress shows core personality. Under pressure, people become more themselves, not less. A kind person becomes kinder, an aggressive person becomes harsher, an anxious person becomes restless. Do not judge people only when things are easy. Read them when things are hard.
Blame is a powerful signal. Watch where blame goes. Some people blame others, some blame circumstances, some blame themselves. Blame shows responsibility level. People who always blame others avoid growth. People who blame themselves too much carry shame. Balanced people look for solutions. Reading people in conflict. Conflict is a classroom, if you pay attention. Anger is often a cover. Anger looks strong, but it often hides fear or pain. When someone shouts, ask silently, what are they afraid of losing? Respect? Control? Status? When you see this, anger loses power over you. Defensiveness means threat. Defensive behavior means one thing: the person feels attacked, even if you did not attack. Crossed arms, short answers, sarcasm. These are shields. Do not push harder. Step back. Lower the threat. Calm invites truth. The loudest person is not always the strongest. True confidence is quiet. People who need to dominate often feel weak inside. People who listen often feel strong inside. Noise is not power. Control is power. Reading people through body language. Body language is not magic, it is context. Never read one signal alone. Look for clusters. Open versus closed signals. Open posture often means comfort. Closed posture often means protection, but context matters. Cold weather closes bodies. Comfort closes legs sometimes. Always look at change, not position. Change tells the story. Eye contact tells many stories. Avoiding eye contact can mean shyness, fear, respect. Strong eye contact can mean confidence, challenge, interest. Do not assume. Observe patterns over time. Reading people through tone. Tone is emotion. Words are content. Tone is truth. A calm voice means control. A sharp voice means tension. A flat voice means disengagement. Listen to how words are said, not only what is said. Reading people in silence. Silence is powerful. Some people use silence to think. Some use it to punish. Some use it to hide. Watch what happens after silence. Do they change topic? Do they soften? Do they withdraw? The follow-up reveals intention. Reading people through boundaries. Boundaries show self-respect. People with weak boundaries say yes but feel angry. People with strong boundaries say no and feel calm. Watch how people respond to limits. Respectful response means maturity. Anger means entitlement. This rule protects you. Reading people by how they treat others. This rule never fails. Watch how people treat service staff, strangers, people who cannot help them. Kindness here is real kindness. Cruelty here is real character. Charm is easy when there is gain. Character shows when there is none. Reading people without becoming cold. Understanding behavior does not mean becoming distant. It means becoming aware. You can be kind and observant, calm and strong, open and protected. Reading people is not about control. It is about clarity. Clarity brings peace. Part 3. Using this skill to stay calm, confident, and in control. Reading people is not the final goal. It is the beginning. The real power comes from how you respond, not how others act. This part is about you, your calm, your confidence, your direction. When you understand behavior, life becomes quieter inside, even when the world is loud. From reaction to response. Most people live in reaction mode. Something happens, emotion explodes, words come out fast. Later comes regret. A calm person lives differently. Something happens, they pause, they choose. This is the difference between chaos and control. Reading behavior gives you time. Time gives you power. Why calm is a superpower. Calm is rare, and rare things are valuable. When you stay calm, you think clearly. You see options. Others feel it. They slow down too. Calm disarms anger. Calm confuses manipulation. Calm builds authority without force. You do not need to dominate. You only need to stay steady. How to stay calm when emotions rise. Emotions rise fast, but they also fall fast if you do not feed them. Step 1. Pause the body. Before the mind calms, the body must calm. Slow your breath. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Your body tells your brain, we are safe. This changes everything. Step 2. Name the emotion silently. Say inside, this is anger, this is fear, this is tension. Naming creates distance. Distance creates control. You are not the emotion, you are the observer. Step 3. Ask one question. What is really happening here? Not who is wrong, but what does this situation need? This shifts you from ego to wisdom. Using behavioral reading to protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. This is not arrogance, it is self-respect. When you read behavior well, you choose better. You see red flags early. You avoid emotional traps. You stop explaining yourself to people who do not listen. You stop chasing validation. Energy saved is life saved. Choosing distance without guilt. Some people drain you, not because they are evil, but because they are unaware. You are allowed to step back. Distance can be love. Distance can be wisdom. You do not need to fix everyone. You do not need to teach everyone. Protect your peace. Using this skill to build confidence. Confidence is not loud, it is stable. When you understand behavior, you stop taking things personally. Criticism becomes information. Anger becomes noise. Silence becomes clarity. Your confidence grows quietly because it is based on understanding, not approval. How to speak with confidence without aggression. Strong communication is calm communication. You do not rush. You do not over-explain. You say what you mean, and you stop. Silence after clarity is powerful. Let others process. Let others react. You stay grounded. This makes your words heavier. Using behavioral insight to improve relationships. Relationships fail from misunderstanding, not from lack of love. When you read behavior, you respond with empathy, not excuses, not judgment. You know when to listen. You know when to step back. You know when to speak. This builds trust. Seeing the child behind the adult. Every adult carries old wounds. When someone overreacts, often a younger part is speaking. Fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. When you see this, compassion replaces anger. You stay strong but softer inside. Using this skill at work and in life. At work, you read power dynamics. You avoid unnecessary conflict. You speak when it matters. You stay quiet when it protects you. In life, you choose better friends. You set better boundaries. You stop wasting time on drama. Clarity simplifies life. The trap to avoid: overthinking people. There is one danger: overanalysis. Do not turn this skill into paranoia. Do not read enemies everywhere. Behavior reading is a tool, not a weapon. Use it lightly. Use it wisely. Balance observation with trust. Reading yourself is the final level. The hardest person to read is yourself. Watch your own reactions, your own triggers, your own patterns. This is where growth accelerates. When you understand yourself, others lose power over you. You respond, you do not react. Daily practice to master this skill. Each day, observe one interaction. Do not judge, just notice. What was said? What was shown? What was felt? This simple habit sharpens awareness. Mastery comes from repetition, not perfection. The quiet transformation. One day you will notice. You feel calmer. You speak slower. You listen deeper. Drama passes you by. Manipulation fails. You feel grounded. This is not luck. This is skill. Final words. Reading people is not about control. It is about freedom. Freedom from confusion. Freedom from emotional chaos. Freedom from regret. You do not need to change others. You only need to see clearly. Clarity is power, and calm is the strongest response you will ever have.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.